good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or dead of night as some of you it may be. Welcome to Race Statistics channel. This is Grash with you live for our coverage of Free Practice 1 at the Belgium GP. Hey everyone, this is again Grash. Let's get this out of the way. It's my birthday weekend. Specifically, my birthday is going to be Sunday with the race. So you guys have already given me a couple thank yous already. Thank you so much. So I appreciate that. Looking at what you guys do the stream up. It won't let me. Oh boy. Yeah, ads are a big deal with both YouTube and Twitch. I know if you subscribe, if you join the subscribe on the Twitch channel, you won't get ads. That's the one thing that you might want to consider. I know with YouTube, I'm on the channel, subscribe, joined, whatnot. I still get ads on the mobile app. So yeah, YouTube is crazy in that regards. We're in Belgium. It's Spa. We've got a 40 chance of rain today. Who do you think will win? I have no clue right now. It's too early to make a decision. I mean, Antonelli looks good. Has been looking good. The Ferraris are looking good. I mean, I'm looking at what's going to happen over these basically this weekend. One of the things that's interesting is that Spa is going to have 5 straight mode sections on this track, and we're using the C4, C3, C2 compound. So we're one compound up from last weekend. So we're in the middle 3 compounds effectively. So. YouTube Premium should turn off ads, but I don't have YouTube Premium, so I don't know. I can't tell you on that regards. And again, none of this is be sponsored. So I'm just telling you what I know. It's not a sponsored deal in anything we're talking about here. So. Doubly from my new chair that I just got. I had talked about a little bit about it. This was around. I think I talked about it during Silverstone quali. And I actually did buy the chair after quali on Silverstone. I bought myself a new chair. Splurged on myself. And it's definitely, oh my god, so much better than what I was sitting on before. So got 2 minutes to go before the start of before green flag. I think our timer is about 30 seconds faster. See, some Max Tears are in chat. I see Lewis fans in chat. Did Max really sign a contract with McLaren? Yes and no. So he did sign a contract with McLaren, but it's kind of it's not him directly. Through Max Verstappen Racing, Max has signed a contract to help support, and I forget the name of the driver. It's a Dutch driver, basically, that Max is supporting. And that particular driver is in the McLaren driver academy. So it's not Max. It's not. It's more complicated. It's not a direct Max is going to. No, Max is supporting a young driver who's in the McLaren academy, and that's the contract. That's the agreement that's going on. I have to go back and look up what the driver's name, but he did really well in karting. He did well. He's done in another series after karting, and so yeah, it's a development deal essentially. Max is basically the mentor. Is in this role, Max is the mentor to this new young driver. Got about a minute or so before we go green light. One thing to note on the board. We're currently in 14th. It's Jack Crawford. He's in for Alonso. This is FP1 training. Oh, less than a minute now. They're all lined up. Okay, we've got green light now. And one of the Williams. One of the. I think it was the Racing Bulls. Sainz Perez. Okay. Nope, it was a Cadillac. And then it's going to be Albin Russell. So those are our first four out. Lindblad coming out. Haas's are going to come out. So that's Ocon and Bierman. One of the stories this weekend is that Red Bull has basically given up on their flip wing, the Macarena wing, whatever, flip wing, whatever you want to call that. That after having two instances, uh, I can't speak this morning. Excuse me. Having two issues with that wing. They basically are saying that it's the wing's fault. That when the wing back flips back into position, there's a moment of ear turbulence that's not going across the car right, and that's part of the issue that's going on. Brian Cranston. That's not who. No, it's Jack Crawford is the driver in for Alonso. Max may come out late. He's currently, well, he's already out on track. Who are you? What's going on? Not chat. Here we go. Yeah, it just started a few minutes ago, so you haven't missed much. People are just coming out for the first time onto track right now. I don't think anyone has done Perez and Russell. And we got Albin and then oh, they've already come back in. They did an installation lap. So we've got Perez and Russell, potentially the first ones doing a flying lap. What's the live driver radio? Not we're right now using chat. So we're showing your chat in instead of the driver's radio right now. Well, I mean that's what they really confused. Let me see. I believe those are the detection points. I believe that is where overtake detection is being done. Meadows official creations. Where can I watch F1? So first, depends. It depends on where you live. Here in the United States, Apple TV is the broadcaster for F1. You can then get F1 TV professional through Apple TV. So that's F1 TV, which is worth it. If you are in the UK, Sky Sports is the broadcaster. And then around the world, it's going to be your local station, local TV, and F1 TV, depending on the markets you're in. But yeah, no, F1 TV is generally the best way to watch F1. I've been using it for several years now. I have an Apple subscription and have the F1. And I mean, I'm on F1 TV to watch. I mean, I could be doing this on Apple TV as well, but With the F1 subscription linked, I also get F2, F3, F1 Academy, the Porsche Cup. I don't think they're going to show the Porsche. I don't know if they're showing Porsche Cup, but I've got F2, and F3 as well this weekend. Charger Checo. What's up with Checo? He's currently sixth. Colapino just jumped to fifth. So a couple times on the board, we just Isaac going to 148.918. Verstappen is a 149.307. Again, notice that we're close to a 2-minute mark here, so I can't watch in Europe on Apple TV. I don't know about Europe and Apple TV. You might have another way. You should be able to, but I'm not sure. F1 TV doesn't work, but you have to watch it with Canal Plus. Well, again, that they're the broadcaster in France. So we got Isaac top of the board, Max is second, Leclerc is third, Lawson is fourth, Antonelli's fifth, Hamilton is sixth, Russell seventh, Borrell eighth, Oscar ninth, and Lindblad is 10th. Gasly just went 11th. We've got 5 people not on the board. Sainz, Albon, they went out and did installation laps. Sainz is back out on a new. They're both out on new out laps. Hulkenberg's out. Just went out. Stroll just went out, and Norris is just out for the. So everyone lap times in about a moment. Crawford out. He's 8 seconds back, but he's out there for rookie training, not to push the car. So I wouldn't worry too much about Jack Crawford's times or position. Laps are more important than speed. Hulkenberg jumping up to 11th right now. Isaac, yeah, apparently did do is on softs. That's what the board is showing right now. Look at what you guys are saying in chat. I want to thank everyone here on YouTube, everyone on Twitch chat. Got a good number right now. 1,300, you almost 1,400. You already in Twitch. Good dozen and plus on. 1,300 on 1,400 on YouTube, and a couple dozen or so in Twitch chat. Twitch chat will sort of pick up this morning, but it is what it is. I wouldn't trust what Crofty's saying lately, Ocean David. I've stopped. I don't know. I don't like Crofty. I'll tell you right now. When I listen to F1 on F1 TV, I go with their feed as opposed to the international, which is the Sky broadcast. So I get Palmer in that group. Max got the fastest first sector right now. He's on a new flying lap. Max only 389 back on his best lap so far. Norris coming right into the pit, just did an installation lap. And right now, Albon's on a flying lap. He's the last one to set a time. Right now, besides Norris, he's the only one to not set a time yet. How's it looking? It's actually blue skies right now. Sunny blue skies. track is very much clear and dry. F3 was a little weird this morning. They started and they didn't go out right away, even though the track was dry. But yeah, right now the look of the track right now, the skies around the track. There's clouds, but they're white, fluffy, not anything that's going to drop rain anywhere. Got about 10 minutes so far in this session right now. Again, this is Grash with you for free practice one. Again, the big story at the moment. Max just went to the top of the board, 237, lost in the fifth. So we got Max, Isaac, Hamilton, Leclerc, Antonelli, Lawson, Lindbad, Russell. So that's what the top four are doing. Barrel, Colapino ran out the top 10. Norris has a 10, I believe it's a 10 grid drop. Let me just check. Yeah, he's set for, what is the grid penalty specifically? Yeah, it's a 10 place grid penalty. And part of it is he's getting a new power unit. He's receiving the power unit allocation. Both Norris and Oscar are now have the same power unit that Ferrari does. So it's a power unit change out of allocation. And for Norris, this is going to be a 10 grid place drop. So if he gets pole, he's going to start 11th. He starts anywhere 12th or back, he's going to be back at the grid. Fact, if you guys are doing bingo this weekend, if you're doing the roll when you roll for your driver, if you get Norris, pick him. He's definitely going to pick up places. With that 10 place grid drop, he's going to pick up places. So he is probably your best driver to pick this weekend in bingo. I'm sorry, thank you, Nathan. I said Ferrari. They are a Mercedes client. I must have read something wrong this weekend. What's happened to Norris? They're doing work on the car. I mean, this is not unusual. I mean, the other thing is we've got 3 practices this weekend, so they've got time. He's done effectively just an installation lap, which is one lap. Come out of the pits, come right back in. It's not a whole power unit. No, it's not the whole. It's not every single part of the engine. It is the PU itself. Oscar up to 8th right now with a 149.801 lap time. That's 1.5 back on Max's best time. So Red Bull basically going out there, putting a line in the sand, which is what we've seen Red Bull do when they were back in the day. Lindbad up to 6 right now, 149.343. That's 1.1 back on Max's time. So this is what we've seen Red Bull do previously when they were dominant. So this is a good sign for Red Bull that they've done this. Everyone loves Lewis. Don't worry. I love to make fun of Lewis as well. I give Lewis a lot of respect now. Recently, I've come around and given him the respect he does deserve. But he's fun to make fun of too as well. Guys, what's your prediction on pole qualifying? I can't give you a prediction because I'll be wrong. And as it is, with these cars being so different from last year, it's not like I could be like, well, we did this last year, so we should see an improvement. That I can't do because the cars are so different. Max right now, purple sector 1. He's on a flying lap right now. Proves in sector 2. Where is he? He's coming around 16, 17 right now. Click up to third. He's 3.4 back at the moment, fastest third sector. Isaac is the fastest second sector. Max is coming to turn 18, 19 right now. Hamilton second. Max improves his time 147.859. So he puts Hamilton half second back. Isaac just went to the top of the board, 81,000 faster than his teammate. So let's reset this. Isaac is first, Hamilton is second, 81 back. Hamilton is 588 back. Leclerc is 799 back. Antonelli right now 1.5 back. Isaac did his lap on a soft tire though. So first time chat of Joy Patel 21, Max. Thank you so much. We've got a Max tier over in Twitch chat. Again, we are on both Twitch and YouTube live right now. If you guys really want to get my attention, go say something in Twitch chat. Bueno Castro 295. No Macarena for Red Bull. Yeah, that's the other big story is that Red Bull has given up on the Macarena wing. They basically Max is like basically it was like this thing's dangerous is basically how he put it. I think after Silverstone. So oh boy, we got taunters already. Who just dropped? Antonelli just dropped. I assume. Yeah, track limits. That's small. I'll tell boss about the race control message being wicked small in this layout. But yeah, Antonelli's time was deleted, so he just dropped down to 10th. His best lap was 2:18. Why is Mercedes struggling? Long straights. I mean, it's still early. I mean, it's still like we've only gone like 16, 18 minutes into the session. Who win tomorrow? I mean, the race is Sunday, so no one's going to win tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow we'll have free practice 3 in quali, so that's been Why doesn't Lando have a set time yet, even though he's done 2 laps? It's because he's come out and come back into the pits, Rylan. And welcome to chat, by the way. Yeah, Lando's basically done installation laps. He hasn't done an actual go across the finish line and do an actual lap on the track. But I wouldn't worry too much about that. I mean, it's free practice 1. What's going on is that they are doing something with his car. That is Isaac's car. So they've taken the wing off of Isaac's car. They're looking at something. Mercury Sandman. I mean, it's FP1. I mean, we're still early in FP1, so I wouldn't worry. Who? Please don't, guys. Only one emoji. You guys don't have to do like 15 or 20 in a row. That's too much. Gotta time you guys out. There we go. 10 place unit because of power electric. That is correct. I thought it was the PU. Who? Who? I know Ferrari upgraded their engine, and I thought they pushed that out to, was it Haas or someone? I know there's a team that I believe they are a Ferrari team, customer team that has now the Ferrari engine. He went on soft tires, dude. Why is Hajar at pole on pole? Well, he's not on pole. We're not earning pole here today, but he's top of the board because he went out on soft tires effectively. But having said that, Max is only 81 thousandths behind him on a medium tire. So, John King Hamilton 44. He's no king, but he's good. Guys, it's just FP1. We're talking about practice. Talk about practice. 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 If you guys don't know what I'm referring to, there's an NBA clip from a press conference. With media, a player with media talking about practice. Basically, they're asking why he's not hustling during practice. And he's like, "We're talking about practice." Is this the longest? I believe this is the longest track out there. 7 kilometers long. Again, our lap time is 147. It's going to be 147. 150s during the race. F3 was like 2 minutes and 15 seconds, so about 30 seconds slower than the F1 cars. That's what they were doing this morning. So 20 to 30 seconds approximately. Who's your favorite driver? It looks like Levs is saying Leclerc. A lot of people are going to tell you Max. Why is Larson not lap time not appearing? Because he hasn't set a time yet. That's why. He's right now. He's coming out. So he just came out of the pits. So he's been on the track twice, but he came out and has come right back into the pits. The question with Lando right now is whether his if he's going to come back out onto track, if he's going to pit right away. If this is just another installation lap, and if it's not, then we'll see him do an actual lap time. It's a miracle for Red Bull. Max, a lot of people are pitted right now. So right now we only got Lawson, Antonelli, Albon, Gasly, Bottas, Perez, Sainz, Ocon, and Norris. And Norris is at the end of Sector 2. Who do you think should win the race? I mean, should is different from who could. I know again, still no time set. He is in the middle of sector 3 right now. See if he pits. He does not, so he takes off. So this could be the first actual time lap for uh, Lando. So there are two green dots on the track. There's one at the end of sector 3. That is, I know, definitely the overtake detection point. I don't know what the second one is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Look up what that second detection point at the beginning of sector 1. So that's after turn 1, just before turn 2. Let's see. Race direction note should tell me. If you guys Google FOI decision documents, this will bring you to the decision document website from the FIA. Great place for information. Competition notes. Really? Okay, so the what that second dot on the map in sector 1, ignore that dot. That's in the wrong place. Antonelli just went to the top of the board 147.603, fastest first sector, second in sector 3. He's 175 faster than Isaac, and then 256 faster than Verstappen. But the first dot, yeah, the dots are actually out of place. Uh, the white dot is in the correct position. That's the speed trap. So any speed trap numbers, you'll see that. Why did North get a 10 place penalty? Electronic use. It's a power. It's a engine penalty that he's picking up. But at turn 19 is the overtake detection point, and right out just before the start finish line is the overtake activated, and those two green dots should be in those locations. They're not in the right locations, so my apologies about that. Ice Wizard Drive for Aston Martin. It's free practice 1 rookie training. That's why Jack Crawford is in the car, not Alonso. And it's this is a regulation. This is regulated. So for 2 practice sessions for each car, a rookie driver has to be in it. So Can you watch free practice, but to see the cars? Yeah, I mean, if you turn on FP1, you'll see them on track. CRA again, he's currently in 22nd position on the board. That's Jack Crawford, a rookie driver. Martin, basically, it's the energy penalty is when you exceed the limit number of engine parts allowed. Not whole, because the engines consist of multiple pieces, and you are different parts have different allocations. So like the power unit itself, you're allowed, I believe, 4. It's across the entire season. Whereas I believe there's different pieces that are 6 or 8. So it varies based on what the part is. Max to the top of the board, 147.07. Isaac is 252 behind him. Antonelli is a 147.603, 533 behind Max, and Russell is 899. It's really interesting that we're seeing the teams. Ferrari is now 5th and 6th. Lindblad and Losses Knight Boreal splits them. Oscar and Norris 10th and 11th. Audi is in the top 12. So that's Racing Bulls and Audi are going to be the ones to keep an eye on. Albin in 13th, another one to keep an eye on potentially. Now, granted, we're talking about people who are 3 seconds back, but that's still. And Max went on a soft tire. Okay, that explains it. Max is on a soft tire now. So Max a quarter second faster his teammate on a soft tire. Don't get too excited. This is just practice. Just practice. Nobody. It's just practice we're talking about. Again, Lando's got a 10-place drop for this race because he's taking one more a power unit, electrical power unit module part of the engine that he's taken again. So again, I talked about this. If you guys are doing if those are doing bingo, if you get Lando in your role, take him because he's again with that 10-place drop, he's going to pick up places for you automatically. Do you have F1 TV? I do have F1 TV, and that's because I'm in the United States. I have Apple TV, and I've linked my Apple TV subscription to my Apple TV account to my F1 account. So F1 knows that I'm an Apple TV subscriber. And so because I'm an Apple TV subscriber, it gives me F1 TV Pro, which, I mean, like for me, that was actually, it's a value added deal to do the Apple TV. I'm paying a little bit more than I did last year. Again, I didn't have the full. I had a lower tier F1 TV, but I got F1. But with Apple, I get Apple TV plus everything that's there, plus F1 now for a few extra bucks. For $15 more the whole year, I get everything that's on Apple TV. Which includes the Apple TV games, which Red Sox appear several times throughout the year. MLS Soccer is on Apple TV, which I'm curious to start watching. What does pit out mean? That means they're coming out of the pit lane. Presses Whimsy, and then you can see that the first 2 dots in sector 1 is blue. That means that they are leaving the pit lane. Whereas Bottas was in the pit lane, you can see that the last 2 dots, it's usually 2 or 3 dots on the subsectors in sector 3, will be blue. Again, pit out means that they've just left the pit lane, so that lap basically doesn't count for anything at the moment. Again, for like quality or anything. An outlap means that they're on a lap right now that has left where they left the pits. So so when they start their next lap, it will be timed. Yeah, no sprint quality this week and no sprint race. So we will have FP2 later today, FP3 tomorrow, and then quali tomorrow afternoon. Well, tomorrow morning for me, but you know, 88. Welcome to supporters. So again, so just joined the channel. So you'll see that he'll have people have badges with a star next to them. These are people who've joined the channel, like Paula, like Shay. Yep, you're one of us now. What the benefit you get right away if you join or you're given a subscription is basically you get access to several emojis. They're specific to this channel. And if you've been here month after month, you'll get a free super chat as well. Ooh, what? One of the Williams just hits. Did he go off track? It was like he just picked up dust. Is Max leaving Red Bull? He's not. So there's a story out there that I have to explain. Max has signed a contract with McLaren, and it's not what you think. Max is signed. The contract that Max has signed with McLaren is that Max is support. So basically, Max is supporting. Is signed a contract with McLaren to help support a junior driver in the McLaren driver program. It's a Danish. Basically, Max is basically supporting a young Danish driver. He's going to be his mentor in that regards. So that's the deal with Max and McLaren that has happened. It's not Max leaving Red Bull to go to McLaren. That's not what's going on here. It's a junior driver development deal opportunity that Max is doing. Clerk number 3 on the board. 420 back on Max. Antonelli's 4th, Hamilton 5th, Russell 6th right now. I think no one's pushing at the moment. But that's okay. We're got 22 minutes left to go in this session. We got over, again, 2/3 of the session almost done. Again, this is Grash with you live on the Racist channel. Taking questions in YouTube chat, taking questions in Twitch chat. You're sitting back in which I now refer to as the command chair. So yeah, I was sitting on a hard surface for so many races and practices, and it hurt I got hurt from that. What time is the race on Sunday? I would go to the F1 website and look that up because they'll give you the actual times in your local time zone. Bro, Ripple, when did the session start? About 40 minutes ago. Max right now coming to the end of a outlap. I still in the pit. Leclerc is still out there. Leclerc coming end of his cooldown lap. Let's see. It looks like Hamilton's on a flying lap right now. He's proven sector 1 so far. Russell's in the pit right now. A lot of people on cooldown laps at the moment. Hamilton doing a 30.9 in sector 1. It's about approximately 3/10. 2.5 to 3/10 off of Russell's fastest time in sector 1. I think more that I think Mercedes is not. It's not that they're holding back; it's that they are building up. Um, they're building up their ability. This is more like with Monaco, like you are building up your car over the weekend to get to that fastest, your fastest times at um, quality. And I think this is the same thing we're seeing right now. We know these Mercedes can go faster. I think they're honing in on where the car, looking at tire data, looking at setup, and it's still only FP1. We still have 2 more sessions. There we go. Verstappen is sporting a 15-year-old Dries van der Donk. And my apologies if I destroyed that name. He's with McLaren again. He's in the McLaren junior program. Not Bay. Bro was stopped, but he was at the pit lane exit and he was doing a pit lane exit start. Cars TH. Oh, hello everyone. Hello back to you, Cars. Thank you, Martin, for getting the name of the driver and his age. I again did not. I should have wrote that down. How many pit stops usually? I believe it's two. It's either two or three typically. If I remember correctly from last year or the year before. Yeah. Again, that depends on circumstances. If we get rain, you're going to get more pit stops to go on intermediates and whatnot. Since we last looked at the board, Hamilton has gone P2, just pitted 147.215. He's 147 back. Clerk has gone 207 back on max. Isaac is now fourth, again 252. He's currently in the pits though. And then we've got Anthony and Russell fifth and sixth. Again, I don't think the Mercedes are sandbagging. I think they are not going full out. Jonathan 2607. In a race where when does a car do a pit lane start? Typically a car is in the pit doing pit lane start is when they call brake parc fermé. So when you go into qualifications, the setup the car that you have is the same setup you need to use going into the race itself. And from the end of quali to the race is a period of time called parc fermé. If a team decides to break parc fermé, then the car will so they make a modification in the car that's not approved by the FIA, then they will start from the pit lane. There is another scenario where you start from the pit lane, and that is when something's gone wrong. When you don't make it to the grid for the start, then you end up being a pit lane start if you do start the race. Otherwise, it's a DNS, did not start. But again, the majority of the time, when a pit lane start is basically it's parc fermé braking, and we know that going into the race. When it's the other scenario, it's a big deal because something has gone wrong just before the race. WGG, way to go. Who are you rooting for the World Cup final? I am not going to say that because I don't want to be skewered by the English fans. We've got under 14 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this session right now. As things stands right, Max is top of the board with 147.07 lap time. Hamilton is second, 145 back. Leclerc is third, 207 back. Isaac is fourth, 252 back. Oscar just set P5 lap time, 452 back. Antonelli is sixth, 533 back. Russell seventh, 899 back. And then Lindblad Dover is second. Morello's ninth, Lawson's 10th, Norris 11th. Hülkenberg ends up 12th. So we've got the Racing Bulls and Audi in that top 12. So they are keep an eye on with them in the mix. Is it hot in America? Yes. The problem, yes, it's very hot right now in the United States. Just we have a heat dome just as much as Europe has a heat dome. But again, you also have I'm in Texas where it's been yesterday was in the 80 degrees for the first time in like 3-4 weeks. Yeah, it also depends where you are, though the Northeast through like the Midwest, the like through Chicago, they've been super hot. Is Alonso going to be back? Yeah, Alonso will be back in FP2. He's only out for this session because Jack Crawford is in his car for FP1 training. What is a heat dome? It's an atmospheric term. Basically says there is basically it's usually a high pressure system that sits in a location and it's just freaking hot because of it. It's just basically think of like literally a dome of heat sitting on top of a location, and it just sits there and doesn't move, and it makes everything hot and miserable. And we've got one in Europe right now, and there's another one in the United States. There's two different systems we're talking about. Yeah, and that doesn't count like the south of the United States is super hot. I mean, from Florida all the way through Texas to Southern California. There's parts. Next to me, I'm in Texas. Next to me is Arizona, which is basically a desert. Arizona and New Mexico are desert. You get to California, which has parts of that desert as well. So then you get like Louisiana, which is swampland. It's crazy Cajuns over there. Where do you think if Verstappen is getting advantage over the rest of the grid? Definitely, he's got for the most part in sector 2 right now. He's getting advantage on the grid. I think Max is getting an advantage because he's reverted back to to an original wing format as opposed to the flip wing. Oh yeah, they're showing track dominance right now, and it's in all the really curvy sections of the track that Max's dominance. Leclerc has his dominance is in that front straight from the last turn to turn 7, and he's got a couple other straight sections. Max reporting he's got graining on his left side tire. I know Red Bull has brought some upgrades to the car. How can Max do this? Because it's Max Verstappen, dude. I mean, this is super Max. This is Red Bull. If Red Bull is on top of the board starting out in FP1, they're on their game this weekend already. And this is what we saw. This is Red Bull from 3 years ago when they were in their dominant form. I mean, Ferrari doing is two and third right now, splitting. We're splitting the Red Bull cars. Norris up to 7th right now. But this is showing that Red Bull's on their game. Let's say Ferrari ditched the Macarena rear. I don't think Ferrari's ditching the Macarena rear wing. I don't think they're ditching that wing. They're not having a problem. It's only Red Bull that's having a problem with the wing. Behrman up to 13th with a 149. That's 1.94 back. Bro, stop glazing Red Bull, dude. You're in a chat with Maxiteers. They're going. Give this guy a Maxiteer hat, please, so they can understand what's going on. So if Norris qualifies at P1, he starts at P. That is correct, Don Siders. No. If Norris starts at P1, he will start P11. That's a 10 place drop. So if Norris starts anywhere from P12 back, he will start back of the grid. Is Hamilton lap time 8 minutes? You were probably looking at, if he was on an out lap, it was probably it was probably 8 minutes in a weird way. But his last lap time was a 151.576. His best is a 147.215. Downside is only Red Bull it's only Red Bull that has an issue with the wing, though they're the ones only admitted they have a problem. McLaren has not admitted to the problem, but they haven't gone all on board with it. We've got about 6 minutes left to go in this session, under 6 minutes left to go in this session. Everyone's out on track. I'm showing all soft tires on the F1 TV board, and I'm seeing a mix of tires. I don't think the tire that we're seeing on our screen here on our chart is correct, because I'm showing all. Okay. I'm going to take that back. I think the F1 TV board is wrong, and our chart is correct. Do you think Ford will let Max test a new hypercar at Nürburgring next year? That's a good question, and it's more of a contract question because I think um thought Max was signed to Mercedes at the Nürburgring. Yeah, it's one of those at the Le Mans 24. I mean, at Le Mans 24, as long as Le Mans the 24 isn't um over. Oh, what did they do? One of I think it was Stroll's car. They went out with something on the car. It was flopping about. No, it's Caruso was not falling apart. It's just a part of Stroll's car. Something that something shouldn't have been on the car went out on the car. We got 4 minutes to go in this session. Yeah, so when we talk about Max and Nürburgring Max with the Le Mans sort of, it's all will Max do it? He probably will. It's more of a contract issue. Will Red Bull let him do it? Type type thing. We'll see. Camera's floppy about on Stroll's car. Yeah, that's not good. I'm right now. I did a 140, 151.721. It's more than 4 seconds back, but that's right now. Not every lap needs to be a quali lap. There are people who are doing other programs. So yeah, Max will be at the Nürburgring. It's the other like the Lawn 24. Those are still up in the air, but we know Max is going to do more than just F1 already, as it's shown this year with the Nürburgring. What's the worst team on the grid? It's still Aston Martin. Even with Cadillac their first year, they've been regularly ahead of Aston Martin. I think technically it's Cadillac with no points, but we're talking the 1 point that they lost because of a penalty. Cadillac lost their 1 point because of a penalty. So Durant making a case for Liam to move to Audi. Problem is, L5. Who this is Oscar. He's pulled off to the side of the track. He's moving again. This was around turn 5, turn 6. He's back on track, moving again. Oh, I'm not showing the. So Oscar has a hydraulic issue. They're telling him to keep it controlled, slow and controlled, because that might fail. And one of the commentators on F1 TV is saying that the FIA might take issue with that. That you're driving a car in a condition that it might fail. So we've got an issue, a hydraulic issue. That did not bring out the red flag because Oscar did not say stopped on track because he's trying to get back to the pits. He's right now coming around turn 15, starting sector 3. He looks like he's going to get back to the pits. Time has ended. First car to take the flag is Behrman. Russell's time deleted, double yellow flags at turn 5, which is where that's where Oscar had stopped. See anyone? No one. Yeah, no one's making any progress. Colpino, we'll just keep an eye for him. He's about to finish Sienna's end of sector 2 at turn 12. He's the only one who's got an improvement in sector 1. Comes to the end of sector 2 right now. See if he's continuing to improve. Does not. 49. He may be. Just keep an eye on him. He's about to finish sector 2. He is improving. We'll take a look at his last lap. He's about a few seconds now. He's coming to the line. And he doesn't improve. He does not improve on his best time. He's off by 30 thousandths. He's about, again, his best time he's 2.333 back. So Zach Brown needs to get the PU cheat codes from Toto. All right, moving on, you guys. This is going to bring our coverage for FP1 to a close right now. Again, Max Verstappen top of the board, Hamilton second, Leclerc third, Isaac fourth, Oscar fifth, Antonelli sixth, Norris seventh, Russell eighth, Lindblad ninth, Bordello 10th, Lawson 12th, Hulkenberg 12th. Behrman would be 13th, Albon 14th, Colpino 15th, Ocon 16th, Gasly 17th, Bottas 18th, Perez 19th, Sainz 20, Stroll 21, and Jack Crawford, who was in for Alonso, is in 22nd. He was only 6.1 back, which is not bad for a rookie. So this is going to bring our coverage of FP1 to a close. We'll be back. I'll be back with you later today for FP2. It's about, I believe, 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours. We'll be back in about 2 hours ish, maybe a little bit, maybe just before 2 hours. But we'll be back soon for FP2. For everyone here at the Racing 60 family, we glad that you were here with us. Hope you can be here for FP2. If not, we'll see you tomorrow for FP3. 2.5 hours, FP2. Take care, everyone. We'll see you soon.